last language and media note, using one more example of the phenomenon I'm talking about. So I'm going to quickly, you can get hints for the rest of my slides here. That's all from Agamben. Well, I mean, not, it's exemplary, or it's supposed to be tags. So that's if you're like, oh, this is what she's going to talk about, then you've got your tags there. And so just like, you know, anytime, oh yeah, so she talked about like, you know, whatever, math, okay, and then this is now the, if you really just want my presentation, here it is. That's the whole thing done in a word cloud. Okay, so I'll conclude with the word cloud. Contemporary networked media perform and repeat communicativity as such, the taking place of language. Right, you missed like the 20 minutes of that argument, I'm probably grateful. As applications for the expression of any idea whatsoever, of an opinion such that it is, blogs continue the severing of expressions from their content and their authors. Ideas and opinions link together and circulate, expressions of themselves neither completely generic nor completely individual. Posts may link and gesture, but they don't represent themselves or anything else. They are expressions such as they are. The measuring and counting, the hits and rankings, remind bloggers that we are set in intensive, reflexive communication and entertainment networks. It's as if the compulsion to make the mass speak, to poll and survey it, now takes whatever being as its target. Blog stats don't track truth or meaning. They track blogging, the addition of posts, responses, and page views. Differently put, they track the fact of the spoken as they direct us away from what is said. A better instance of this general phenomenon that I've been talking about with blogging, I'm using the tag of whatever being for it, and I'm saying that is our general condition in reflexive media. A better instance of this language without referent, of language that refers only to the "it was said," is the word cloud, a graphic representation of the content of a text, understood in terms of the frequency of word use. For example, a word cloud made following the first debate between presidential candidates John McCain and Barack Obama during the 2008 election shows that McCain frequently used the words "no," "spending," and "got." Obama used the words "think," "make," and "going." He also used the word "got" with high frequency. We don't know what this means, but we do know that words were used and speeches were made. The irony here is that language as language itself, language reflected into itself as language, which is Agamben's idea of the coming community, takes the spectacular form of the image. In word clouds, frequency and proximity displace meaning. Which words appear with which other words? The combination of these elements determines intensity. Words that appear only once either don't count, right, as in they're really not counted in the algorithm that generates the image, or they appear very faint and tiny. I can't see this very clearly. Was it like dancers? They can't dance. I don't think they usually dance. Anyway, you can see like something. What is this one? Can you see that? Can you tell? It's like, look, that illustrates the point. They refuse every time you can see it. Okay, so in word clouds, frequency displays meaning. You know, the words that appear only once don't count, or they appear as tiny, kind of like part of the atmosphere. Words matter, not in words clouds, but not stories and not narratives. Words index communication. They mark that they are being communicated. Word clouds shift away from a space of linguistically constituted meaning, away from a language constituted out of sentences that are uttered in contexts according to rules that can be discerned and contested. What's lost? The ability to distinguish between contestatory and hegemonic speech, irony, tonality, normativity. How can there be an ethics of the address if the words are not part of an address? If they are extracted from their position within speech acts to become artifacts and toys? What else is lost? Critique. The terms prominent in a discourse can be discerned, but not what they mean, not even in relation to each other. We don't know the rules governing the falsity, which may suggest that there are no rules, other than than those of frequency, proximity, and duration. Note that frequency can be citational or monological. That is, it can come from circulation or from self-repetition. Message force multipliers